You know how that there's this kind of rule where you copy the best practices. So you look at the environment and you see what the best people are actually doing, and then you mimic those best practices. I gotta tell you that I actually don't believe in any of that stuff at this point. What you gotta realize is everybody's playing a different game, and those best practices are different for everybody. Sure, there might be some similarities that's going on, but for the most part, you're not going to see a lot of gain that you're doing because everybody's playing a different game. And it doesn't matter if that game is a different mental game or that they have different status effects and all of those kind of things. They have different resources that are available to them. You just got to do your thing. You know, notice this right now, the best practices in the field of YouTubing is to actually do things where there's bright lights and lots of action and lots of noise and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm having this conversation to you right now where it's just me and my dog and my cell phone. And guess what? People are actually paying attention to it. And you're one of them. And, you know, you got to remember that you do what you can do with what you actually have. All of those best practices, all of that kind of stuff is coming from somebody that you perceive as somehow successful. And those people very likely have something that you cannot observe that's going to be impossible to get to. And so you're going to try to mimic those best practices. I have in my career as an academic, as a researcher. I look at all those people that are publishing, and then I try to mimic what they're doing. I, eat the breakfast that they're eating. I, do the meditation that they're meditating. I wear the clothes that they're wearing and all of that kind of stuff. And guess what? It doesn't make a lick of difference. It doesn't change. And the reason is that I have access to resources that you don't. And those resources could be, hey, as simple as they have a certain school to their name. They went to Wharton, or, they're a Harvard person, or whatever. It could be as simple as that. All of those kind of things are very simple and very subtle, but they make a huge difference to what actually happens. They might have had parents that said, hey, you did a good job, but you don't. There's so many differences. And those best practices, if you start mimicking them, you're just going to get frustrated. So the only thing that I can do to help you out and to convince you to keep going is to just ignore the rest of everybody else that's out there. There's no best practices. There's you. And you just got to keep taking those steps forward. Everybody's going to make fun of you. There's just some things you have to acknowledge. Everybody's going to make fun of you. But the thing is, you got to get up and get going anyways. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But what's the alternative? You're not going to perform like somebody else. But that's okay, right? You have something that other people don't have. And that is your special thing. I don't know what it is for you. I don't even know what it is for me. But it's unique and special and different than everybody else. So I'm just getting out and doing that thing, right? I'm always going to feel like a failure. I'm not going to get to where everybody else is. I'm not going to be that prestigious so-and-so because I published all of this yicky-yackety stuff and all of this kind of stuff. But you know what? I do me. And you should do you as well. Whatever you feel comfortable with is just keep doing those things. Forget about the rest of the world and the best practices. This is how you do things, and it's so easy if you just do this one little secret. I've seen it all before. I've done it all before. I've tried all of that kind of stuff. I've had the diet. I've done the meditating. I've done all of that kind of stuff, and it doesn't work because it's not for you. And they have something that they don't even know that they actually have most of the time. here's the thing. Life is easy for some people, and they don't even know it's easy for them. It comes naturally. Things are really easy. There's no struggle, all of those kind of stuff. But for you and me, that's not the story. And so why are you even thinking about how they actually behave and the outcomes they get? You live your life. You be you. No matter what is going on with everybody else around you, ignore it. It doesn't matter. Live your life where you are right now and screw the rest of it.